It's time for another Battle of the Banks with Nickels. Hey everybody, it's Rob with RobFindsTreasure. We're getting ready to wrap up Series 2 of this Battle of the Banks for Nickels. You'll recall way back in Series 1, here's the stat sheet. Wells Fargo had won the first round, and Chase and B of A split all the middle rounds, but Wells Fargo went on a tear and scored 68 points in the last box to take the series at 33.2 points per box. It was a tight series overall. Chase came in second and B of A in third. Well, once again, Wells Fargo's leading, Chase second, B of A third, but B of A, despite scoring better points this round than last, has not been able to even secure one round win. Chase, who's second best and has also upped their tally, is still trailing to the leader once again, Wells Fargo, who's had nothing but spectacular boxes compared to the other banks. Now this is round 9, box number 9 for each bank, and I'm curious to see if B of A can get a W this round or if Chase can make up some ground on our leader, Wells Fargo. That being said, you guys know the drill. We're going to get to opening these boxes and making sure we have circulated nickels. I've already done it for the bottom two, and I can already see through the holes on this one, and we have circulated nickels for B of A as well. So, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start opening this box right now to see if we have any good enders on the top side. Any enders, magical or not? I don't see anything magical, so with that being said, we're going to get the hunt started. We'll kick it off with roll 1, and I'll loop you guys back in on my first good find. Roll number 2 of the B of A box, and we have our first find. It was actually an ender. It was flipped this way, so I had a feeling it was going to be in the 40s or 50s, and sure enough, it is a 1948 Philadelphia. Roll number 12 of the B of A box. We have our second 40s find of the box. This one's going to be a 42, no mint mark, and not silver. But still a 42. They're harder to find, and I'll take it. Roll 16. The third 40s of the box is going to be a 1947 out of San Francisco. Roll 25, halfway through the box, and we're going to have ourselves our first foreign 1993 Canadian nickel to go along with a couple of 09s I've found in this box, which is always nice. Roll number 32, and yet another 40s nickel. Just another 1947. Still no silver or any buffaloes yet. And this one is another 47S. Roll number 38. Still hunting for goodies, but we did find another 40s nickel. It's a 1946, and that's also an S. So a lot of San Francisco minted nickels in here. No wars, no buffaloes, no V's of course, and not a lot of good finds so far. Typical B of A box, but there are 12 and a half rolls left. Maybe we'll get something good. I'll bring it back. Roll 46, and we have found another 1947. If it holds true, it'll be a San Francisco mint as well. And it is. It is a San Francisco mint. And that is number 3 from that year and that mint. Roll 49, and we're going to find our oldest nickel of the box. Just missed the 30s by a year. 1940 Philly. So we finished hunting the B of A box of nickels, and true to B of A's nature, it seems like we're just low on the finds. 11 from the 50s, nothing spectacular. 6 from the 40s, again, nothing great. I guess the find of the 40s would be a 42, since it's a transition year nickel before they went to the silver content for a few years. We found a pretty nice 1960 nickel. I'll probably keep that, roll it up. We did surprisingly find 5 09s, and super excited about finding a Philadelphia one. I don't find very many Philadelphia minted 2009 nickels, and we got 5 total in the box, 4 Denvers. And then 1 foreign coin, a Canadian nickel as well. It'll score what it usually scores probably. No V nickels, no buffaloes, no silver, door wide open once again. Hopefully Chase will make this hunt exciting by giving me some goodies. Let me clear off the table, put that in the spreadsheet, and begin the chase hunt. Before I begin the chase hunt, I thought I would go ahead and show you the sheer amount of 2009 nickels that I have found from Denver compared to Philadelphia. We've got a lot of 09 nickels, that's for sure, but I don't find very many Philadelphia ones, which is why I was excited. Now let's get on to the chase hunt. We're on roll 1 of this chase box, and it's off to a fast start. The ender was a 1959. A few coins later, we've got a 1948 out of Philly. Right behind it, I see a 1952. And that's a 52S, I believe. It is. 52S is a little bit better date, but not a semi-key or a key. And then I flattened them out, and I thought I saw another oldie right here. Another 1948. And this one's out of Denver. 4 finds, first roll, and we've got some more to look through. Roll number 11 of the chase box. Just had food, just put on a new glove, crack open the roll, and right behind the third nickel is a buffalo. And that's a 1929 Philadelphia. 1929 Philadelphia is pretty common, but it's a buffalo nickel in the box early on. Let's go. Roll 23. And I'm bringing in because I see here we have a 1949, which I will check on the reverse for a mint mark, because if we do, I'll be checking for the D over S. But as I always do when I see an old nickel, I flatten down the stack, and in doing that, that one caught my eye. Looks like it's going to be a buffalo as well, and it is. So first and foremost, let's check the 49. It is just a Philadelphia, but I'll take it. And now let's go up to this buffalo nickel. Looks pretty slick. I might be able to get a date off that. It's a Philadelphia mint. Let's see if we can see a date on this bad boy. I'm thinking that says 26, but I'm not sure. Let me look at it under magnification and come back and see if I can get a date without nickodating it. But if I do need to nickodate it, it'll be an easy date to get. Could be 26, could be 24. I don't know. Let me see if I can get a date on that bad boy. So I couldn't get a date off it, but I put nickodate on it just for a split second. And look at how much easy that date popped. It's a 1915, as you can see. You almost can't even see that I put nickodate on it because I literally put it on for a split second and wiped it right away. And it already exposed the date. It was screaming to be exposed. I knew it. But because it was a Philadelphia minted buffalo nickel, I knew that it wouldn't matter if I put a little nickodate on it, because unless it was a 13 or a 14, it doesn't really have that much value. The 1915 buffalo nickel is worth $6 in G4 shape, and with nickodate on it, it's worth about $1 or so. So it's about $1 value in this nickel. Still, 2 buffalo nickels in the same box. In the first 23 rolls, one's a teens from 1915. We'll take it. Roll 33, we've got a 40s nickel, 1941 out of Philly. Roll 36, we're going to have a 1946 out of Philly. Roll 39, I have not even removed a nickel yet, flattened them out, and that one's catching my eye. And that's going to be a 1961 proof nickel minted in Philadelphia. You don't find a lot of these ones because if they are circulated, they're hard to tell. But this is most definitely a proof nickel. Philadelphia struck proof coins up until 1964 and then stopped minting them altogether after 1964. In 1968, San Francisco started striking proof coins, but also did regular strikes. And in 1975 said, all right, that's it. No more regular strikes. Let's just stick to proof coins. So this is a 1961 proof nickel minted in Philadelphia, and I'm happy to have it. Well, that's all she wrote for the chase box. And it did a good job on this hunt for sure. We got 14 from the 50s, nothing key or semi-key. We got 5 from the 40s. We did find a couple of buffalo nickels in that box, which I'll take. A 1915 Philadelphia and a 1929 Philadelphia. Can't get mad at that. Only one 2009 and it was out of Denver. And we found 4 pretty nice coins. One being a 1961 proof nickel minted in Philadelphia. Gotta love it. It's gonna score good points with the buffaloes and the proof, but will it be enough for the leader of the series and the winner of the first series, Wells Fargo? Let me get these cleared off, put them in the stat sheet, and then we'll get onto this box and see what goodies lie inside. Roll number 2 of the Wells Fargo box. We've got our first find here. It's going to be a foreign, a Canadian nickel, 1986. Roll number 3 of Wells Fargo, and we've got an early one here. 1939. Is there a mint mark? I don't think there's a mint mark. Let's just double check just in case. No mint mark. Any doubling? There is not. So it's not a key date and it's not the DDR, but it's still a 39 nickel and the first of the 3 boxes for a nickel in the 30s. It's not a buffalo nickel. Roll number 4 is going to yield 2 finds. Picked up this one because I thought it said 40 something. Checked it under the microscope. It is a 1946. And right behind it, a 1947 Philadelphia. This one's toasty. We'll add it for the points, but it will be going back. Roll number 13, and we've got another 40s nickel. And this one is a 1940 out of Philly. Roll 15, this time a 1947 out of Philly. Roll number 20, another 40s nickel, 1941 Philadelphia mint. Roll 27, pretty slow box for a Wells Fargo box, but I do see a 1946 here out of Philadelphia. And I think I saw another old one just a few behind it. 1948 Philly. Roll number 32. We're eking it right along here. Another 40s nickel. Another 1941 Philadelphia. Roll 39. Jefferson 1946. Philadelphia mint. Roll 47. Another 40s nickel. Another 1940. This one out of Denver. Roll 48. We've got a 1941. I think that's San Francisco. And it is 41S. Roll 50. And the second to the last nickel is going to finish off the box with the 1948 Philadelphia. I'll tell you, no good finds in that Wells Fargo box other than a 39 nickel. But we do have a lot of 40s, some 50s, a few side finds. It's definitely not going to be the Chase Bank box, but it might eke out some points on top of that B of A box. Let me get it in the stat sheet, and we'll see who actually won the round. Should be Chase first. It'll be a battle for second. It's official. We got the stats plugged in. Chase Bank took that round, 40.5 points because of the 2 Buffalo nickels over Wells Fargo's 31 and B of A's 32. So, 1 box left. Wells Fargo still has the lead, but they dropped their average by 1.5 points and Chase upped their average to make it tight once again between the 2 leaders. I went ahead and did a little recap so far with 27 boxes down. No V nickels, 20 buffaloes, 9 war nickels, 1 key date, 10 semi-key dates, and 8 proofs so far. 27 boxes. Hope you enjoyed this round of Battle of the Banks with nickels. We have our winner, Chase. That's their 3rd round out of the 9 rounds so far. If you enjoyed it and looking forward to the series wrap-up, which is 1 more set of boxes away, I'd appreciate a thumbs up. And as always, everyone, happy hunting and thanks for watching.